Does a taser probe to the skull give you superpowers? Is it really that important to wait until your Johnson implant is fully healed before you get it on like Donkey Kong? And does pouring urine in your eyes give you 20/20 vision? All questions we're gonna answer on our first double-digit installment of Where Are They Now? Okay, I need you to pull this out of my head. Not good. Have you ever felt like you were peeing, crapping, seizing, and dying all at the same time? Well, I have. And it was the time that I was tased for charity. And I'm here to tell you it is the most horrendous thing I have ever experienced. So I can't even imagine what this guy felt when he caught an electrified dart to the back of his brain case. In the face! So one of my biggest concerns about where this taser probe landed was how close it was to the base of his skull. Oh, anatomy time! At the bottom of all of your gray matter noodle bowls is something called a brain stem, and inside of that brain stem is something called the
medulla oblongata.
And that, my friends, controls all of your breathing, blood pressure, heart rate, pretty much everything you unknowingly do to stop you from becoming 6-foot deep worm food. And I know what you're saying. If it's that bad, why don't you just pull it out?
So I look up and then, swoosh, 6 feet of rebar goes right through me.
Sometimes removing an object from somebody's meat suit can cause more damage than the original injury, especially if that object is stopping bleeding within the body, or, in this guy's case, changing his ability to ever breathe on his own again. The good news is, though, that probe was free and clear of anything life-threatening, and after a short transport to the hospital, the dome dart was removed, and he lived to dodge death another day. Oh, wait, did you get an implant in my crotchal region to give me a couple-inch advantage? And then you try to get freaky with my girl before my stitches were fully healed and have my Johnson pop open like an over-microwaved hot dog? Look, I'm here to tell you I have never seen the feelings of fear, disbelief, and soul-wrenching regret painted across somebody's face as much as they were on that guy that day. And then every other guy's face as he described the moments leading up to when his free willy suddenly split and the knee buckling pain that came along with it. And listen, I've learned some pretty incredible things as a paramedic throughout my career. Like how people's IQ seems to drop by 50% whenever it rains. The human body can go through unbelievable stuff like being crushed by a car and still survive. And even though this guy turned out completely fine, at no point in time is a 2-inch member extension worth the trauma that guy went through. Yeah, I mean, I've had pink eye for the last week, but I've been treating it. Okay, with antibiotics, eye drops. With my urine. I'm sorry, it sounded like you just said urine. Humans do really weird things, man, including, but definitely not limited to, pouring their and other people's urine inside of their eyes for an infection. My eyes! What would possess anyone to do this? And yes, I fully support finding natural ways to treat minor medical problems. But dumping piddle juice inside of my eye sockets, that's where I draw the line. And before any of you naturopaths jump in here, yes, 95% of your urine is water. But you know what the other 5% is? Traces of biopigment, bacteria, glucose, red and white blood cells. And that, my friends, is 100% more of those things than I want drizzling inside of the things I use to perceive the world around me. And yes, after an incredible amount of antibiotics and eye drops, they were totally fine. And I'd love to end this story saying that was the last time we ever ended up in the house straight out of Stranger Things. But not only would we be back there again, but it would make splashing pee-pee in the eyes look like a walk in the park.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
He ripped his weenie. He ripped his weenie messing around.